You have a CT sticker now?
Yeah.
Did they give it to you?
Yeah. All right. Okay, so as you progress along, get that arm code done. I'd say probably Monday would be the latest to turn it in. But you, it looked good. You're good. Trust me. You're good. You're good.
Good. You're
You're
good.
good.
You're
You're
good.
good. Leave it there. You're good. It's perfect. It's perfect. You gotta trust me. Tristan, there's nothing more.
Are you going to
20.
any
It's in.
schools today?
It's in.
I'm so confused.
It's in. Just you're perfect. Don't worry about it.
Where's the
I have no idea. Get out of there. All right. With this on?
Did you say about the hour of coding? What?
Huh?
Hour of coding?
It's due Monday.
Are you going to the game tonight?
Yes, I'm the game master. Josh, mascot of the game? Yeah, baby. All right. So we had gone over a few of the problems yesterday, and did you have any questions on the ones that we had gone over as far as yesterday went? Okay, this is basically our last day of review. So, was there anything that you have seen? You know, let's take a quick look. Go to that very front page. Look at 1 through 9. Is there any on there that still are giving you a hard time? Look on that front page, 1 through 9. Is there any of those that you just want to see just a little bit more, bring you along? If you're not seeing it there, go to that second page, 10 through 17. See if there's anything there that you need to go over. Yes, George. Problem number? 34. Problem number 34. Let's go there. George, problem number 34. Getting there. Oh, okay. So, problem number 34. Okay, George, on this problem, basically I just want to add together like terms. So there's really a 1 that's in front of here. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so I just add the outside number, so I get 3 square root of 11, and that's all you have to do that problem. Okay, George? Yep. What else do we got? Any problems on here? Up through 39. Okay, yes. 2, 9. Thank you. Okay. Problem number 29. This is one. This would be one that I would probably skip over, not because you don't know how to do it, just because it takes a little bit more time to do it, and I'd come back and work it towards the end. But it's a good one regardless. Okay, so item number 1. I have a negative up there, but do I have any negative exponents?
No.
No. So everything is going to stay where it should. Do you agree? Yes. Now the negative up there means the answer is going to be negative. Okay? So I know that we'll have, because of this, we'll just bring it along for the ride, we have a negative answer. Okay? So let's look at the 4 and the 2. Can I reduce that? If so, what does it reduce to? 2 over 1. Okay? So it's 2 over 1. I don't know if I have to put a 1 down there or not. I can, if I'd like. From there, we're going to move along. So I'm going to do what with these? Subtract. So what am I doing? What childhood game do we do? Tug of war, right? Who wins, top or bottom? Top. By how many?
8.
Okay. Am I still going to do tug of war here?
Yeah.
Who wins, top or bottom? By how many? 3. Good. And then last one. Tug of war here. Who wins, top or bottom? Bottom. By how many?
3.
There's our answer. Yo.
Are we like? Alright.
Yep.
Can you remember 36?
36. Yeah.
Wait, that's not one.
Wait, whoa.
So that's not one. Wait, is it?
29. That's not an answer.
That's not one of the options.
Oh,
What did you do?
there is not. I realized it should have been letter B, but the whole fraction didn't show up.
Okay. So
I-
they missed it out.
Yeah. So the answer is not shown. It's not a choice, because I think some of the answers. Excuse me. I think some of the answers got chopped off. So sorry about that. Which one do you want to see?
36.
Nope. Yeah. Which one? 36? Okay, a couple of you goofing off an awful lot. You don't want to be here to review. I'll give you a pass to go to the library so you can just chill. But I've seen some of your grades, and I strongly encourage you to do this. All right, so here's the tough part about doing number 20. Tough part about number 20 is most of you are going to plug it into your calculator, and you're going to get 4 point something. Agree?
Yep.
And then you're going to look at the choices going, oh, what's not there? 4 point whatever, right? So, what they want you to do on this is they want you to break this down to an exact. So if you were to use the calculator, you would get an answer of 4 point, goes on forever. It's not one of the choices there. So then you have to choose, I need to go to a different route. So let's break 20 down. I know 20 breaks down to 4 times 5. And the reason I'm choosing 4 and 5 and not 2 and 10 is because 4 is our largest perfect square. Agree? So I'm looking for perfect squares. So this is perfect square. So square root of 4 is?
2.
2. So I get 2 square root 5 for my answer. Now, if, yeah, it's 4 times 5. That's a times. That's not a decimal. Because this breaks up to this.
Because
Square root of 4 is?
It's like 2, 2.
Oh, you have to screw.
And those two, 1, 2,
What?
make
Whoa.
2 square root 5.
Okay.
Not like matrix kind of numbers stuff.
All right. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, guys and girls, shh, I want you to think about this. So let's say you've plugged it in, and now you're at that. Does somebody have a calculator? Plug this in real quick. Can somebody tell me what the square root of 20 is to like 2 decimal places?
I got 2 over 5. Yeah, 2 square root 5.
I understand, but what does it come out to if your calculator?
4.47.
4.47. Okay? So, let's say you went this route. Let's say you went this route, and it's part of the multiple choice. You guys still with me on this adventure?
Yes.
Everyone in the back is kind of goofing off in that corner. Got ready to send you all to Rico's Burritos and go get some breakfast burritos. I understand.
Oh no.
All right, so let's say you get here and you're like, I just don't want to do it that other way. Well, look at the answers. So plug in the answers into your calculator. So this is 2 square root 5. Plug that into your calculator. Tell me what you get. And it should be pretty close to this. And if you plugged in 2 square root 2, it's a different decimal. If you plugged in 5 square root 5, it's a different answer. And then if you did 5 square root 3, it should be a different answer. Which 2 up there right away do you feel you could eliminate just because if you had plugged it into your calculator, you got 4 point something? What do you think you could get rid of right away?
2 square.
That should be gone, and that should be gone, because that's going to be 5 point something, and that's going to be 5 point something as well. Okay? How do I know that? Well, the square root of 5 is 2 point something, and 2 point something times 5 is like 10, so that's way bigger than the 4 point. And then square root of 3 is just bigger than 1, so 5 times something bigger than 1 is going to be bigger than 5, so that's obviously going to work. So that's why you can eliminate, that would take you down to 2 choices if you wanted to go on the guessing game. Or you could just plug it into your calculator and see if that would work. again, if this was on the written portion, or not written portion, but multiple choice.
You go over number 33.
3 tree. Alright. Which statement is not true? Okay. So this one's kind of a trick. The two I would probably get rid of right away on this problem because you haven't really seen that is probably this one and this one, just because you haven't seen it. We're not going to put something on there that as an answer that you haven't seen. So that leaves the last two. What you have to look at is this right here. That's not a real solution. This actually comes out to 3i. And we shouldn't even know that, so that means this is not a real solution. So that's going to be the one that's not true. This one, the negative comes along, square root of 9 is 3, so that's definitely equal to that. So this is the one that won't work. It's not true. Yo. You can't have a negative underneath the square root sign. You can have a negative outside of it, which means it's a negative answer, but if the negative is inside, it's not a real number, which is part of the real number solution. No, there's not a fake number solution.
How is it not a real number?
Huh?
Is there any way how it's not a real number? Wouldn't it just
Well,
3?
so this means what number times itself would give me a negative, and a negative 9. Well, this means what number times itself gives me 9? Well, 3. What number times itself gives me negative 9? If I take a number times itself, I'm not going to get a negative. Even if it was negative times negative, that's positive. So, that's true. What else we got? 30? Good. 30 was asked for. Okay, we do indeed have negative exponents, but we do have exponents that are power to a power. So let's take care of the power to a power before I start moving the exponents from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. What will this result in? Negative 20. So I have x to the negative 7, x to the negative 20. Still with me? Yeah. What does this result in?
16.
Positive 16. So which ones want to move? All the top. Does the bottom one want to move? How do we know? It's a positive exponent. So both of these are going to move down. If everything moves down, what has to stay in place? 1. So those are both moving down. So I get 1 over, and I get x16 that was already there. X to the 7th came along to the party. X to the 20th came along to the party. Exponents were multiplied together. When the bases are multiplied together, you count up the exponents. You add them up. So 16 plus 7 is 23. 23 plus 20 is 43. So I get 1 over x to the 43rd power. Where would the mistake be made on this one? I bet you some kids might move the x to the 16 up. Just because, things are moving, so it's got to move too. So just be aware, if it's a negative exponent, switching the spot. Switching from a numerator to a denominator, from a denominator to a numerator. What other questions? 7. Okay. All right. So this might be one that someone uses their calculator and you get 5 point whatever. And then you look at the answer, you're like, dude, the answer's not even there. Okay, so you could either try and plug the answers in and see which one gives you 5 point whatever, or you could recognize that you could break this down into 9 times 3. And that's the square root of 9 times the square root of 3. The square root of 9 is 3, so I get 3 square root 3. And that answer should be there. 38, 39, 40, we will give you the units. So, you know that 5,280 feet is in 1 mile and things like that. That would be good. I had an email, I couldn't remember. And between you and I, if we didn't give that to you, I would have put it up on the board and acted like I forgot who was there. Yeah, I was thinking, okay, how many kids are going to know how many quarts are in a liter? None. And it makes you normal, because I don't even know how many quarts are in a liter. I'm sorry.
What's a liter?
What's a liter? Is that a liter? Is that one a liter? No. 16. That is smaller. Well, yeah, you get the 2-liter bottles, and then you go over to the Walmart and you get that 3-liter bottle, and you get
They have 3-liter bottles.
but they're like these generic sodas, like Grape Ape and Yellow Mellow, and it's like flavor. I know it's Mellow Yellow, but they have Yellow Mellow and Mellow Yellow. That's the off-brand. It's got some.
I refuse to drink off-brand Dr. Pepper because it always tastes weird.
I agree.
Sponsor me.
I like Dr. Pepper. It's a good drink. It's sugar though. Yeah. Boy, yeah. All right. Hey Summers, what number did I give you guys up to yesterday? Did I give them all to you? Anyone know what number I gave you guys up to on the 1 through 37? Let me give you the rest of the answers. I don't have the dimensional analysis ones worked out, so starting at 42. I gave you all the answers?
You gave us up to 56.
Up to 56. Did I? Sweet. Okay. So starting at 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 4, 65.
I would get nervous after the four answers.
All right, 65. I gotta work it out real quick. Sorry, I'm doing these in my head. Hope I'm getting them right.
I just now discovered my kid felt like it. Oh wait. What? I had no child.
Not even sure for last year.
I've never had coffee with brown.
The only childhood thing I remember is watching TV and screaming at the dog. Wait,
It's okay.
I know. That's so random. Oh, okay. Our fine is gonna be this. But are we teaching them just like we can engage? Like you can say, it's like hey,
I already have it.
it's in our code.
All right, there's the rest of the answers. Woo! What else do we have to go over? What else? What else? What else? Play a game?
Yeah.
Oh, learning.
Jeopardy.
Learning game.
No. We work on the packet. We should answer. We should answer. When you get, so then you get to involve blackjack.
It's so.
Yep.
Russian roulette.